We have been operating off the eastern coast of the United States for just over 3 days. In such a short span of time, the U-105 has made quite a name for herself. 5 enemy vessels have been sent down to the bottom, in very quick succession I might add, and we're not even close to finished. Munitions at the moment are great, 20 eels and 83 deck gun shells. Our main limiting factor it seems is going to be fuel. We are already down to 65%, and I want to save at least 40% for the return trip home. Hello everybody, Wolfpack345 here, and welcome back aboard the U-105 as we continue our rampage on the eastern seaboard. So far we've been doing fairly well. We've only been on station for around 3.5–4 days, and we've already sent 5 English freighters, or American freighters, down to the bottom, which is rather good, I gotta say. We have quite a lot of ammo left. Our torpedo supply is just fantastic. I do want to load these external reserves in eventually, but I'm going to wander off into much deeper waters than we're currently at to do that later. Deck gun ammunition, 83 rounds, that should be sufficient for a few more attacks if we need to, but I really need to start shooting off these eels because, as you can see, I'll go ahead and bring this up. Fuel is getting rather low, 65-ish%. That is very limiting, I gotta say, and I want to save like 20–25% for the journey back, probably more because I do like to play it a little safe, so I would like to have a decent amount of fuel back. So fuel is probably going to be our limiting factor this patrol, I have a feeling, but that's just a feeling. Who knows, maybe we will run across a plethora of American ships to sink our torpedoes into. It is a fairly bright evening. It's currently 9:38. Yep, 9:38. And there is a full moon, so we do have, well, I guess it is waning a little bit. So not exactly a full moon, but close enough, dangerous enough. Enough to keep an eye out on it and be sure we don't get caught on the surface. As you can see by the map, we are leaving a nice trail here. So the Americans probably do know, well, they definitely know there's a German submarine operating in the area, and they probably know exactly where they're going if they're plotting their sinkings. So hopefully we can avoid any aircraft they send our way. That's kind of why I want to stick to these deeper waters, because we're so close to land here. And with the deeper waters here, it just makes sense to try to stick to it. We have a ship contact, I didn't realize that. West-southwest speed fast. Okay, so it's heading the opposite direction. We're not going to really go and try to mess with that. This is probably as far south as we're going to go. If anything, I'm going to head back up north to patrol around New York Harbor and maybe Halifax, and then head on home, since it's pretty much just a straight shot to Lorient from Halifax. Halifax would be an interesting stop, because this was a major staging area for convoys heading to the British Isles. So, anyway, enough about that. That's about all I have to share. Nothing has happened since our little sinking back up here, that medium cargo. So, I'm just going to continue south, patrol off Cape Hatteras, and I'm going to frequently dive. I think I'll dive around every 2 hours or so. I think that'll be a good plan. Since there is so much merchant shipping, by golly, we're not going to be able to see it all. So I think that'll be all for my pre-patrol or pre-video ramble. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here as we sail onward. So I was doing a standard hydrophone sweep after our dive, and we have this. So there's that very deep chugging, and then there's that high pitch. I think it's probably 2 vessels, possibly a merchant ship and an escort, bearing 120. So that's northwest. Let's go ahead and actually let's change course. Let's turn towards it. There we go, warship, medium speed closing. Okay, so we have a warship contact. Unfortunately, it's in these shallow waters. Let's see. Our depth under keel at the moment is, yikes, 20 meters. I wonder if there's anything else hanging out. Warship, medium speed closing, bearing 059. Okay, that is concerning as well. We have apparently a contact of a ship heading due south. Let's go ahead and mark that on the map as well. Quite a bit of activity here. Okay. Let's go ahead and up scope. It's at 1015 degrees. Let's use our observation scope. Why not? It is currently 1:59, so 2 o'clock in the morning. Doubt we're going to be able to see anything. Yeah, negative. It's like no visual contacts. Well, I'm going to close in to see if maybe the warship is worth engaging. I highly doubt it. And it looks like we lost. There we go. Warship? Oh my god. That one's heading straight for us, actually. So, okay, maybe this one's invisible. 3, 4, 5. I'm mostly just curious to see what they're bringing out against us right now. 3 warships in one area. I'm actually shocked. Okay, patrol craft. Looks like a little armed tugboat of sorts. Probably has radar though, so we need to be careful. A lot of American vessels have radar at this point, this early stage in the war. Okay, no, nothing else. I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and turn back east.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 9-0.
Mostly because this one's making a beeline for us, and I kind of want to avoid that if I can. So let's go ahead and just get out of dodge here. Also, with only 20 meters of room underneath us, I'm not too keen on sticking around in this area. Unfortunately, this one's coming right for me. It's at 270. Merchant. Okay, that's the one that was heading south, but unfortunately, I'm not going to kick this hornet's nest. Let's see, let's try to maneuver out of the area. Up scope. Let's see, what is his 2-6? Oh my god. Oh, hell no. Rig for silent running.
Schleichfahrt. Beide Maschinen kleine Fahrt. 50 Umdrehung.
Okay, bring us
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Derzeitige Fahrt 1 Knoten.
nice and quiet, boys. Oh no. Oh boy. Where is he? Maybe, hopefully, it's just cruising around, heading south towards the Panama Canal to transit to the Pacific, because that looks like a Fletcher class destroyer. Lock. Yeah, I think that is a Fletcher class. I know a Fletcher when I see it. Looks like 2 stacks. Lock. Oh no, this is not good. I hope he doesn't pick. Let's lower our scope just a smidgen. And hope his crew is asleep. Let's see, what do we have in the stern? Okay, we have a G7E. Let's go ahead and set tube 5. Impact pistol, let's set it pretty shallow. The draft on this sucker is only 5 meters, so let's go ahead and set that our depth to 3. Yeah, I'm actually really nervous about this. He's going pretty fast, it would seem. Let's just hope his hydrophone operator is asleep. that's all we really can do here. Alright, getting close to 3 minutes and 15 seconds. My heart rate is racing right now. This is actually terrifying. This is what I get for being curious. Okay, Mark. Let's see what we got going on. 12 knots. Okay. Alright, let's set this up. 12 knots speed. Range 400 meters. AOB. Let's put 75. Set. Tube 5, open. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's definitely an American. I guess I wasn't too worried about that. Look at all that firepower. God. I just love Fletcher class destroyers. Alright, we can stop this. Alright, 2-5. Let's shoot a salvo. We want... Let's do a 4-degree spread. Both impacts, both depth 3 meters. Okay, let's open them both, and we need to fire now. Runtime, 30 seconds. Alright, let's watch this. Oh no. This poor guy. They're running pretty good. Oh, I love that paint. I just love this destroyer, man. Such a good looking ship. I actually feel kind of bad about this. But I think we have 2 hits. Definitely one. One hit. And hit number 2. There we go. Oh. There we go. Yeah, poor tin can. Okay, well, she's definitely going down. Time to run like hell. Both engines ahead full. Let's run away and run for this deeper water. Wow, that was insane. And she's going down rather quickly. Wow, that was crazy. Oh boy. Well, we'll watch her go down. Let's take a closer look. Poor Fletcher class destroyer. Look at all that firepower in terms of depth charges. It's insane. Alright, well, that's our first destroyer kill of the patrol, and it looks like she grounded herself. Yeah, she hit the bottom. Alright, well, we're just going to run away from the scene of the crime here. Mostly because we have that little armed tugboat, which I'm not really worried about. I could probably slug it out on the surface with that thing if I had to. But, of course, I'd really rather not. You know, 2 torpedoes was probably not necessary either, but... Okay, we can secure from silent. Let's go ahead and reload those stern torpedoes while I'm thinking about it, just in case we have to defend ourselves. It's only going to take, what, 16 minutes? So that's fine. And we'll go ahead and maintain this speed. I'm not too worried about battery power. Because right now, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, 20 meters. That is non-existent. We are very lucky that Fletcher class destroyer didn't pick us up on sonar. Alright, time to run like hell. If we can get out of here in time. I'm not sure what the other destroyer is, but can hope it's small. Let's actually... That one's definitely small. And I think the other destroyer is sniffing around that Fletcher, probably picking up survivors. I think that's a... Maybe that actually... That does sound kind of like a big destroyer. 174. Upscope. All ahead slow so we can see. Alright, 2.5 is loaded. Perfect. So just in case we need to snap one off for being chased. That's very helpful, very handy. Alright, under 4 knots we should be able to see. Okay, I see it. I can just see the mast. It looks like just like an armed sloop or something like that. I can lock onto it and see what the... Maybe I can't. Maybe that's actually the Fletcher class sticking up. That's actually probably what that is right there. I don't know if you folks can see that. It's really hard to see. But that's probably what that is. The mast of the Fletcher. Okay, well, I don't see anything else at the moment. So I'm going to assume whatever is chasing us is fairly small. Let's go ahead and just run away. He's in our baffles, which is concerning. Let's go ahead and make a slight course adjustment. See if we can hear him. And no, probably not. Well, we're going to run for this deeper water. I think we're in the clear. I don't think we're going to have any issues. But that is actually rather scary, though. Very fast moving away. I have a feeling it's probably a PT boat or something. So I might hang out over here. I might maneuver this way to try to catch that merchant that was heading south, but we'll see. I'm probably going to play it safe for the time being. It's 3:13 in the morning. I'm going to break contact with these fellas and continue back on our course, and we'll see what happens. But that is a wake-up call. There are definitely American ships in the area. Whether that Fletcher was doing a shakedown cruise, Who knows? That makes a lot of sense, though. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and I'll see you guys momentarily. So we have picked up a lone merchant contact, or I thought we did. There we go. At 353 degrees. So we're heading straight for it. And it sounds awfully weird. It has that low chug of a merchant vessel, and then this high-pitched clinking noise, which is mighty odd. Let's see where this one... So it's kind of... It's going to sail right past us. Go ahead and make a course change, and we'll go ahead and surface the boat and try to pursue this fellow. Let's see if we actually have visual contact at it on this ship at the moment. Let's go. So it's at about 10 degrees right now. Oh, heck. We do have visual. And is that a Liberty cargo? I think that is a Liberty cargo. Let's see. This is our first time actually seeing one of these guys. If it is a Liberty cargo. Did I pass it like a baboon? Nope, there we go. Liberty cargo. Yeah, it most certainly is a Liberty cargo. So we're going to track him, and we're going to maneuver around this ship and torpedo it, because it does have quite a few gun emplacements, as we'll probably see shortly. But it's 5,800 tons, so not too bad. Definitely a worthy target. Let's see. So yeah, let's go ahead and change our course to just head northeast at the moment. And we'll run parallel with him, and we'll actually try to break visual contact here. Unless it's, yeah, it's running pretty much parallel to it. I want to get closer to it, but I don't want to be in range of its guns. So I'm going to go ahead and maneuver around this vessel and track it, and we'll try to submerge up in front of it and torpedo it further north. Hopefully there's no more American destroyers lingering about, but I'm going to go ahead and try to break visual. That's the current plan. And I'll track him and try to get his speed and everything as we move north. So we have successfully maneuvered around this here Liberty cargo and gotten in a pretty good position ahead of it. I think it's pretty close to a 90-degree angle and we'll be okay. I went ahead and got this vessel's speed. What I got, it said she was heading 9 knots, so it was on the verge of 9 and 8, so I think I'll probably use 8.5. Honestly, once the ship gets closer, I'm going to use the UJAG to just to get a second opinion type of thing on this ship, and we'll go from there. I'm thinking I'm going to shoot a total of 2 torpedoes, so we'll shoot tubes 2 and 3. We're going to set these to magnetic, and they are on magnetic. The lock on this target, set that in. That's a Liberty cargo. The draft is 6.8 meters. So, wow, really? That's it? Okay, interesting. So we'll go ahead 7.5 meters. We want them to just run right underneath the keel and explode. So that should be a pretty good depth for that. I'm thinking 2 magnetic torpedoes should break her back, and we'll have a slight spread. I'll adjust the spread once we get a little closer. So I did calculate a course for this ship. It looks like she is currently on a heading, let's go ahead and put this one here, of around 14 degrees. So we'll go ahead and bring up our attack plot here, and we'll set the ship's heading to 014 degrees. Oh, my bad. There we go. Let's make sure I got that right. It's easier for me to do it on the periscope view since I can see the actual ship instead of on the map. So let's see, 014. There we go, like there. I think it's more like 013. Okay, and then we'll slave this to it, and we got our angle on bow. So she's currently on about 20 degrees. Okay, so we'll go ahead and plug that in. That is her AOB, and that'll automatically adjust as she gets closer. And we do not want to go to snorkel depth. No siree. And we'll double check that as she gets a little closer, but that should be good. All right. Oh, and now we just lay and wait. Let's go ahead and bring our speed down to about, maybe a 1.5, 2 knots. I don't want to get too close here, and I don't want her to actually see my periscope, so we're going to go ahead and bring that down. Since, as you can see, there are quite a few guns on the stern of that ship. You can barely make them out, and there's also gun platforms on the bow. Liberty cargos are actually fairly interesting merchant ships. They're very crude, but they were built rather fast in order to, well, build more ships than U-boats can sink them. Pretty cool ships, I gotta say. And they're pretty tough, so hopefully hopefully we'll be able to sink this one with 2 torpedoes. If not, we'll have to use another torpedo because there's no way in hell I'm engaging this on the surface. Alright, so she is pretty close. Let's see, yeah, around 600 meters is probably where we're going to fire at. So let's go ahead and get range. Top of the mast, like there, 900 meters at the moment, sure. 8.5 knots, let's see. Let's see, it says the AOB is only at around 60 degrees. I can't, yeah, actually maybe that's not too bad. We still have quite a while to go, so let's just watch her. Yeah, you know what? This AOB actually might be correct. So, okay, I think we have everything set. Let's see. I'm gonna set a 5-degree spread on this one. Tubes 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and get one more range reading while we're nice and close. 624 meters sounds good to me. Everything looks good. Everything's set. Speed 8.5 knots. Yeah, that's fine. Open tubes 1 and 2, or 2 and 3. My apologies. Tubes 2 and 3 opening. Our window to fire is really right now. Now's a pretty good time. Tubes 2 and 3, los. Alright, now let's hope those puppies hit. Looks like they're running hot, straight, normal, straight for the target. And I guess we'll see. They're both electric, so I couldn't set them to fast settings, unfortunately. But that's okay. But they don't have the bubble trail, which gives the ship less warning of her impending doom, really. And another attack in very shallow water, so the ships could probably theoretically be raised, you would think. Alright. Tube 2 looking good. It looks like it's going to run... Actually, it might actually hit the ship itself.
Torpedo treffer.
It actually hit the bottom.
Torpedo treffer.
Looks like I didn't set them deep enough for the magnetic pistols, but I think 2 torpedoes was enough to put her down. Yeah, she's going down. And there we go. Our first Liberty cargo ever sunk. We're sinking a lot of American-made ships this here part, this video. But as you can see, look at all those guns. We got Bofors, and then that pretty big cannon on the bow, and then a bunch of smaller caliber machine guns on the bridge, and then we have the same armament in the bow and in the stern. Pretty tough cargo ship, I gotta say. But 2 torpedoes, right in a pretty good spot. I was able to take her down. Alright, so that's another ship sent to the bottom. Let's go ahead and head east and run away. Let's see, I actually might consider running out here to like the verge of CA-87 and reloading forward reserves. I think that, and the stern ones while I'm at it, might as well. I think now's a pretty good time to do it in the middle of the night, since night is approaching. It's currently 5 o'clock, just past 5, so let's go ahead and turn around. We can go ahead and head 3 knots as well. And let's just vacate this area. Let's see, let's check that. Liberty cargo, 5,908 tons. And then there's also the Fletcher class, which was 2,323 tons. Honestly, not that bad, considering it was just a warship. I'm actually pretty happy with sinking that Fletcher class. We were awfully lucky, man. Awfully lucky. That thing did not just decide to active ping or anything like that. Fate was on our side on that one, I suppose. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and run to deeper waters, reload our external torpedoes. I think now is actually, that was a pretty slick move, my friend. All right, let's go ahead and surface the boat and all ahead slow. I think we are okay. The safe thing is to check your hydrophones before you do this, so you don't surface right next to a destroyer, but I like to live on the edge. Alright, so let's go ahead and get men in the forward torpedo rooms. I've been neglecting crew management, as you can see. Get in there, chat, and we'll have you get on the bridge. and we're going to go ahead and reload these torpedoes and our reserves once we make it safely to deeper waters. So I think that will actually be it for this here episode. Thank you folks for watching. I gotta say, that was a pretty intense one, especially with that, especially the beginning. We opened up strong, I think. So anyway, thank you all for watching. This is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you guys on the next one.